Welcome to second edition of World Cashew Convention. I'm Chandana Ashok, and today with me I have the Managing Director of Trans Energy Qualisystems Private Limited, that is Mr. Jacob. Welcome to WCC, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can you just brief us about the Synergy Systems?
Synergy Systems, the full name is a long name, Trans Synergy Qualisystems Private Limited, was established 20 years ago. And the core competence of our organization, I should say, is the resource persons, the human resource that we have. 5 of us came from the Export Inspection Agency of the Government of India, who carried with them long years of experience of inspecting seafood, of inspecting cashews, of inspecting spices, and a whole lot of other food products. The expertise and the knowledge of all the resource persons were pooled together, and that's why we call it synergy, the sum total of the energy of all the people together. So we established 20 years ago, and primarily we started doing pre-shipment inspection of shipment lots of cashews and spices to begin with. And after that, we moved on to the other areas like testing of the samples. First, it was pre-shipment inspection and of shipment lots. Then the samples, we were getting it tested in other laboratories, what you call outsourcing testing of our samples. We thought, why not we have our own laboratory? So we moved we put in the idea of creating a laboratory for ourselves. So we established what is known as the Food Quality Laboratory and Research Center, and where we test all the samples that we draw from the shipment lots. And the laboratory, I would say, is an NABL accredited laboratory, which is the most essential thing for a laboratory. 17025, ISO 17025. Of course, this laboratory is also ISO 9001 certified, accredited by Intertech. So we have the ISO 9001 QMS certification, we have the ISO 17025 or NABL accreditation. We are also now recognized and accredited by the FSSAI. So the laboratory is now testing samples of cashews, spices, bakery products, water, and a whole lot of other products in the food and agri field.
So can you please tell me about the various consultancy or the trainings you give to people around the world by Synergy Systems?
That's really a good question, because the industry is always in need of trained people who could, there are graduates, raw graduates coming out of the food technology courses, but they are not employable for them, in the sense that they may not have an idea of what is happening in the industry, and they may not be meeting or matching the requirements of the industry. So what we do, we train such people and make them employable, make them useful for the organization. We train them in food safety management systems like HACCP, and we also take them to units for training, on-the-job training. We give what is known as a period of training in the factory, an induction program in the factory, which they will be attending, and they will be preparing a project report after that. Whenever a course is being administered, they will have to go to a unit, be there for 1 month or sometimes for short-term courses it's only 2 weeks. For still shorter courses we may have only 1 week. Longer courses will have a longer period of training in the factory, shop floor level training. After that they come back, then we will also train, we will also get the problem that they encounter, help them to solve the problem. So they get to know the industry, and once this training is over, they become tuned for getting employed, and they will be able to appreciate the problem to the industry, and the industry will be receptive in listening to them, because they have understood the industry.
Right.
What is happening now is those people coming out of the academic institution may not have even visited some of the processing unit.
Right.
So they have no idea except they have read in the books. So this gap is being filled by our organization.
So can you please tell me about CUMA?
CUMA is the consultancy organization developed by us for putting in place quality management system, starting from HACCP, Food Safety Management, FSMS, then FSSC, BRC. Because what is happening now the world over, the buyers are not just confined to the product quality. You give a good product, a product which is meeting their specifications.
That's
But beyond specifications of the product, how did you process it? Was the processing unit meeting all the food safety requirements? Was the processing unit meeting all the GMP, good manufacturing practices? Because food safety is a major concern the world over. Everywhere, in India, everywhere. Importing countries, exporting countries, all are concerned about food safety management. And especially after the WTO, when we became a member of the WTO, our responsibility to deliver products meeting the safety requirements of the importing country is really great.
yes.
So we also have to put in place a system, a quality management system, which will be on a par with the quality management system of the importing country. That is the WTO principle, SPS agreement,
Yes, sir.
sanitary and phytosanitary. So now, CUBA, our quality management consultancy division, is helping people to put in place HACCP, FSMS, FSSC or BRC, level 1, level 2, level 3, like that. The first one is perhaps you can say, let's say an HACCP model. From the HACCP you get a FSMS. After the FSMS you have the FSSC.
Yes.
Then you can have BRC. Like that, people move from one level to the other level because there is a huge demand by the buying countries that the processing units in India should meet the food safety requirements of the importing country. So you have to have a system which is on a par with the system prevalent in the importing country. And that is why we stepped in and created the organization to deliver consultancy service to food processing units. We have so far implemented food safety management system in more than 120 food processing units in the southern states of India. Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.